What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. As always, I'm joined by the podcast dad, Choops. What's going on with the camera there, bud?
Merry Christmas, buddy. Merry Christmas. My goodness, how are you doing today? This fit would have been so much better if, they would have won, but Merry Christmas, my friend.
Yeah, it would have been a lot better because it definitely cost me a fucking fantasy title. So, yeah. The one time that I need something from the Eagles, just cut off at the fucking knees.
Man, happy holidays to everybody out there. Don't listen to Mr. Cincinnati. Be joyful, be grateful for everything. Happy holidays, man. It's a great time of year.
I am thrilled because the Bengals won yesterday. So I will indeed take that. Thank you to everybody that is joining us tonight. As always, make sure you're following us at Junkies Pod on X, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, but most importantly, please do us a huge favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We need you to get your help to get there, and we've broken this goal down a little bit. We are trying to get to 400 by the end of the year. We are at 396. If everybody that is watching right now just takes a couple of seconds and heads over to our channel, hits that subscribe button, we are already there. We're on the road to 500, and we get to keep growing this fucking awesome community that we've built up over the last year and a half, and we cannot do it without you guys. So please do us a huge favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and while you're at it, make sure you're following our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at mainevent_net. If you like great podcasts, blogs, fan art, memes, just generally funny shit with some of the coolest guys in wrestling right now, give us a follow on all social media platforms. Show us some love. It is that time of year. Podcast Dad, how is that Christmas shopping going?
What?
Active fucking listening, huh?
I did all my shopping yesterday on the couch. They're outside.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm at the buying gift card point of the year, getting those last minute stocking stuffers. But while you're at it, go over to our store, buy yourself a mug, beanie, tank top, t-shirt. It's warm somewhere. Go support the Wrestling Junkies podcast while you're at it. Also support our friends at Gorilla Press Apparel. Remember, gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com, promo code WJP2024 for 25% off site wide.
Quality shirt.
Quality shirt, quality group of people running Gorilla Press Apparel. Shout out to Will. If you are a wrestler or promoter, referee, you need some merch for those tables, Will is accepting commissions right now. Gary J's merch just continues to fly off the fucking shelves over at gorillapressapparel.bigcartel.com. So do yourselves a favor and check it out. In the comments here, real quick, Kyle says that loss hurts.
Oh, shut up.
Fine.
Shut up. I got people yapping at me all the time about how bad my 3-loss team looked yesterday. Calm down. I hope
that one's gonna chap your ass.
I hope all your crap happens for you to get in the playoff. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here pretty for the last 2 weeks knowing I'm already in. So
we've also been invited to OTM this week to possibly hang out and catch up with the crew. That could very well be a possibility. Yeah, it could be. Before we head over there this Thursday, the frat daddy Bryce Cannon will be on the show. We're going to be talking some Coastal Empire Wrestling, and still nothing from Hakeem Young. So I guess, yeah.
What a real champion.
I know. Also, hi, JPJ. We'll be seeing you in Indy at the Rumble. Cannot wait for that. I think that he is.
I'm a podcaster, yes. I should be good at yapping.
Yes, and thank you to you both as well. Happy holidays, my friends. Again, Between Two Beards, shout out to JPJ and Pluggo. Make sure you're giving them a follow on social media as well. I think it's time to introduce our guest, bud.
We are keeping a world champion waiting, so I think we need to move on.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Tonight, we're diving deep into one of the most controversial partnerships that has recently been created in independent wrestling. Two names that have been not only making waves, but again, it's just dominance that is on the horizon here. And first, we have TWE owner, one of the masterminds behind some of the most exciting matches in the Southeast, Dylan Hales. And alongside him, the reigning defending Action Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, a standout high school wrestler turned pro wrestling powerhouse, the one and only Tim Bosby. Tim shocked the world 30 days ago when he defeated JP Warhorse for the Action Wrestling World Championship on TWE soil. But this newfound aggression and alliance with Dylan has everybody talking. Some fans are calling him dominant. Some are calling him ruthless, but it's clear he's locked in. He's ready to rewrite the future of action wrestling. So without further ado, let's welcome in Dylan Hales and Tim Bosby. Gentlemen, how we doing?
God, I know this is. Oh wait.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
Hold on. I gotta do this like really shitty podcast. Hold on. I'll call you back. Hold on.
Wow.
How do I unmute? Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard all that, Tim.
We got you.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
How are you guys, man? Haven't seen you guys since SCI. What's up?
Not much, man. How are you?
Yeah, you've changed. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Coach, what's going on?
Oh, I'm doing great. You see that we got the picture of sincerity here. The Action Wrestling World Champion, in my opinion, the uncrowned winner of the Action Future Showcase tournament, not pinned in the final, by the way, I might add. Tim Bosby, always good to see him. We're on polar sides of the great state of Tennessee, the greatest state in the Continental 48. To lay a rhyme on you there. I got the wonderful Walnut Street Bridge behind me outside Christmas season. Happy to be here with the Junkies pod to tell some hard truths, just like I did a couple weeks ago at Bangers Only.
Well, I think we should kick things off with our world champion here, Tim. Again, like we said off the rip, 30 days as Action Wrestling World Champion, shocking the world by defeating Warhorse. Tell us what's been going through your head these first 30 days as world champion, man. You're the youngest in action wrestling history. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good, but I want to go back to something you said. You said shocking. I don't really know if I would use that word.
I object to the framing. Objection to the framing, but go on.
I wouldn't use – it's not shocking when I win, so I would like if we did not use that terminology. But the first 30 days as the Action Wrestling World Champion have been amazing. Like you said, the youngest Action Wrestling World Champion. And not only that, the first person to ever win the championship outside the state of Georgia. And you know what state I won it in? Can you tell me?
Tennessee.
That's right. Tennessee. But before we get going here, there's something I wanted to do at the very top of this program. I wanted to, we can call it Tim addresses his enemies or his potential enemies. Because what's been happening here in these 30 days is some people have said some not so kind words about me, your world champion. And others, fans, have said, oh, no, this is going to be the guy that beats Tim. So there are 6 individuals I'm about to address very quickly. I won't take too much of your time. You guys don't know how to format a show anyway, so I'm kind of helping you guys out here. First on this list, Akira. I have no clue how to pronounce your last name. Doesn't matter. First of all, you took a shot at the champ saying, what the fuck is a Tim Bosby? Tim Bosby is the Action Wrestling World Champion. Who are you? Your second was you said, I look like I just got out of Bible camp. I'm sorry, I treat myself like a clean-cut professional, while you, on the other hand, are a 30-year-old stuck in a middle school emo phase doing that fake garbage deathmatch wrestling. Moving on. Alex Kane, you're a Temu eBay version of me. And if you want to step up to me, make sure you get approved by your daddy and the rest of the guys in the good hand. Manders wanted to take to social media and talk about the champ. I find it very funny, and what a coincidence, some might even say, that when I win the world championship, somebody announces they're going to go to the other side of the world for 6 months. Coincidence? Landon Hale, you guys' boy.
Hold on.
Tread lightly.
Landon Hale, I will give all the credit in the world to. Landon Hale is very good. He's very good at losing. He lost in the finals at SCI last year. He lost in the first round of SCI this year to a 50-year-old London Paul. And then not only that, he lost, who was it again? Mustafa Ali, a match you guys paid for, and he lost. But look, if you guys want to sponsor another big match for him to lose, go right ahead. Next on the list, Adam Priest. Moving on. Cruel, fake monster, End of story. I'm not scared of him. He's scared of me. That's a fact. Ask any of the boys in the locker room. They'll tell you Cruel is scared of the Boz. And, those are the 6 individuals I wanted to address. So clip that. Put that on your social media. It'll help you do numbers. I just want to address those 6 people.
Can I call a timeout real quick? There's a name you didn't mention.
Who's that?
What about Bobby Flacco, who you just decided to
Oh,
attack?
no, stop. Tim, I'm going to take this right here. All right? Now, look, I'm going to say something that might surprise you. I actually love Bobby Flacco. In fact, I'm going to say something that might surprise you even further. I respect everybody on that list. I let the champ mouth off because he's earned the right because he's got a world title, okay? A world title that he won by submitting Warhorse. A match he didn't even know was going to be for a title when he walked into the building that night. All right? Warhorse, a former IWTV Independent Wrestling World Champion, the longest reigning champion in the history of that title. He submits him, taps him out. He goes to Bangers Only 5. Everybody's saying, he's going to lose. I had people messaging me saying he's a transitional champion. Who in their right mind looks at a 220 state champion from the best state in the country, a guy that beats everybody in front of him, and says he's a transitional champion? Who in their right mind says that? Somebody who doesn't know anything about pro wrestling. So while I have a lot of love for Bobby Flacco. Believe it or not, I have a lot of love for Alex Kane. I have a lot of love for every star I've helped make that I've gotten no credit for. But Bobby Flacco lost that rematch he arguably shouldn't have even had, since he lost in his first defense, by the way, when he had the title. He lost that match in under 40 seconds. Why are we even talking about Bobby Flacco like he deserves a title shot? Get in the back of the line. Get in the far back of the line. I spent 6 years calling him the gatekeeper of action wrestling. That's a moniker he earned. He did earn that. But somebody crashed the gate. And when somebody crashes the gate, the gatekeeper, the guy that was supposed to be in charge of vetting people as they came in and proving they belong to wrestling, when somebody gets decimated in that job, you get demoted. You get demoted. So he can go, maybe he can wrestle on the opening card, maybe he can do a few next ups, he can get back on the main roster. That would be my suggestion to Matt Griffin, if I'm being honest. But Bobby can go to the back of the line. Now, I have a lot of faith in Bobby. Believe it or not, I think he'll prove himself. I think he'll be back on the main shows. I think he'll have some great matches, and maybe in a year or two, he'll be ready to wrestle Tim Bosby and lose again, and maybe make it a full minute this time. Maybe even 2 minutes if he gets really lucky. But he's not going to beat the champ. That's well established. 38 seconds, I think, was the official ruling from referee Daryl Hall. 38 seconds. We're not discussing that. That's like somebody getting blown out in a football game and complaining the next week that they didn't get an opportunity to play for a title. That's not how this works. Get in the back of the line.
I mean, 2 things there. Your great state would know about getting blown out in a football game. Secondly, you kept saying back. Like that was just a common word. You kept saying back. Are you going to face Bobby Flacco from the front this time, or what are we going to do?
Look, I'm sorry, champ. I'm going to take this one too because I think it is absolutely absurd that there is this narrative going around in some quarters, apparently here as well. I expected better of you guys, to be frank. But I am shocked. No, none of that. I am shocked. Genuinely shocked that there is this narrative going around that because Tim Bosby is not only stronger, faster, quicker, and a better wrestler, but also smarter than Bobby, that somehow makes his title have less value. He's less of a champion. Do you realize he beat up half the roster on his first night, and half the rest of the roster came out when I had my words? They could have stepped to him and didn't. Old Alex Kane felt real froggy when I told the truth about making him a star, and Daddy Shug pulled him in the back. Then he wants to pop off on social media. You could have done it to the champ's face. You didn't have the balls, Alex. That's a fact. That's not my opinion. It's supported by every shred of available evidence. Every shred of it. So I don't want to hear about Alex Kane. I got a lot of respect for Alex. Believe it or not, I do. I really, really like the fact that a guy who I helped put on the map is a former champion, a former world champion in action wrestling and MLW. I think Alex Kane is actually a great wrestler. I really, really do. But when he had the chance to step in and do something, Dad came over and held his hand and tucked him in and put him night-night. That's just a fact. If he doesn't like it, too bad. Be a man. Step up in the moment when it matters instead of popping off on social media like a typical keyboard warrior. That's frankly beneath Alex Kane, but that's what happened. The TWE kids were out there. Listen, I love those kids like they're my own children. I said that night, and I mean that. But I was in a position where I could pick a dominant winner. And I did what had to be done, not just for the credibility of myself, not just because I am the star maker and I'm tired of taking a back seat on that front, but because when a true star, somebody who you know has every tool necessary to be at the tip top of the professional wrestling game is before you, and you can see the vultures coming out ready to take credit for him when you've been working with him from day one, I had a moral obligation to fill that void, to step in as the action director, as the AD, assert myself with the champ, and get this ball moving forward. That's no shade on the TWE kids. I know I've said some controversial things about Alex. Again, I think Alex is a great wrestler. This is not about who I think is great or not. It's about who's got it done, who's willing to work with the best mind in the wrestling business to further elevate themselves. And the answer to that question is the action wrestling world champion, Tim Bosby. That's the answer. And the truth is, I kind of lucked out. I could have maybe hitched my wagon to an Alex Kane. I could have maybe hitched my wagon to a Landon Hale or some of these other guys that I've helped put on the map for the last 8 years. I bid my time a little bit. I wasn't so sure. Now I'm sure. I have picked the ultimate winner, the forever champ. Good luck to anybody who's going to take that title. I'm going to tell you right now, it's 30 days as of today. I forget what AC Mac's record was, 2 some odd years. We're going to beat it.
Damn, you're bold. I got.
I know talent. I know talent. How about being bold? I know talent when I see it.
I have to ask you this, Dylan. I mean, because if there's one thing that we have at least have gotten to know in the time that we've known you, is that you are also very close with Action CEO Matt Griffin. And I mean, how can you let this relationship impact the one that you've built for so long with a guy that you guys are sister promotions? I mean, think about everything you guys do together, and this is the energy that you're bringing to action. How do you reconcile your relationship with him while creating this chaos?
Listen, again, I'm not even trying to be diplomatic here. I'm just trying to state facts. The fact is, I do have a lot of respect and personal love for Matt Griffin, okay? But as the boss knows, as Tim Bosby knows, business is business, all right? That's just the truth of the matter. So we can have a relationship. We can work together on bringing talent down to the Southeast and things of that nature. I got no problem doing that. I got no problem cultivating that. But I do have a problem taking a back seat. I do have a problem with Matt Griffin coming out there and high-fiving people talking about, we brought Southeast first down there. I did it. We did me an AC Magnet. No, you did not. I did it. Who came up with the name? Who branded it? Who got it done? Who brought it to the building? Who negotiated the deal with my employer in IWTV? It wasn't Matt Griffin. It was Dylan Hales. Who put the SCI on the map? People talk about, Matt Griffin and Scott Hensley. Wrong. It was me. Who got AC Mack that world championship opportunity against Alex Shelley at Southeast first? It wasn't Matt Griffin. It was me. Who did Alex Kane come to when he was getting some of the biggest opportunities of his career for advice? It wasn't Matt Griffin. It was me. Who does Jaden Newman come to? Who does Jamison Shook come to? Who did Manders come to, for that matter? I can run down a whole list. Now, again, it's not about demeaning these guys, but I'm not taking the back seat anymore. And I'm especially not taking a backseat anymore when a talent at the level of that guy is on the horizon for my state with the world title. The backseat days are over. So I don't have to reconcile a damn thing. All I'm doing is saying out loud what everybody in the locker room has known privately for years. That's all. And if people can't handle that truth being publicly expressed, they're too soft for the wrestling business. Go down the road, go get a job at Dairy Queen or Amazon Fulfillment. There's no shame in that. We need those type of people, workers in the workforce. Go do it. Get out. You don't belong if you can't take those kind of truths.
Okay. I'm gonna circle back. We seem to be a little heated, but Tim, I'm gonna kind of direct this next question to you. There's another name that I did not hear on that list, and I just kind of want you to first thing that comes to mind. How about Rob Killjoy?
Did you watch the show?
You beat him twice on the show.
I just want to point out the two people you asked for are two people that I put down at the show. So clearly you're a fake fan. You did not watch the product. I put Rob Killjoy down twice and one night at the beginning of the show and at the end of the show. And I did the same with Bobby in 38 seconds. So I will go over your question, I guess. Rob Killjoy, I have him at the next action show.
That's why I asked.
We've already said. Don't cut me off. We're not doing that. I've already put him down not once, but twice. As I stated before, I'm not worried about him. He's Duck Boy. That's all he is to me. He'll be my second successful title defense, and that's all there is to say.
Let's talk about this.
No. So I got something to say about this. I got some. Yeah, you know why? Because you got the star maker and the star here. That you got the best two in the world of what we do. So yes, I am going to cut you off. All right.
Appreciate that.
Here's how this works. Rob Killjoy is a great wrestler. If you've ever heard me on commentary when Rob Killjoy was in the ring, I always say that. I'm not going to pretend like I don't think Rob Killjoy is a great wrestler. Sometimes you'll get these guys out here, they'll do their little pro wrestling promos, and they'll say, oh, he's so bad, he sucks, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that, okay? The reason I'm not going to say that is twofold. Number one, I actually do respect what Rob's done in this business for 20 years. He has been a pillar of the Southeast, okay? He is a great pro wrestler. I've meant everything I've said because I just tell the truth. That's all. The other reason I'm not going to do it is because I don't have to say it. Because as Tim said, he already whooped his ass twice in one night. And he's going to whoop his ass again on January 24th at the Line Creek Bus Barn. So I don't have to say it. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. We know it's going to happen. Now, I hope for the entertainment value of the fans. Well, I don't care a ton about that, but I guess I care a little bit. I got a little bit of promoter in me. I hope for the entertainment value of the fans that Rob can run around the ring and maybe do a little bit of evasion and make it a full minute because 38 seconds was awful short for a title fight. But he saw what happened. He saw what happened. So we're going to see if the veteran is ready. We're going to see if he's ready. It's a world title match. Does Rob have what it takes or not? We'll find out. We're going to find out on January 24th. He's going to get his opportunity. He's going to get his third crack to do anything offensively against him. Three tries. I mean, that's a lot.
Third quack.
Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow the dad joke. I'm a dad. I'm allowed to do it too.
I'm not.
But it's not going to matter. All the dad jokes aren't going to matter. All the branding about ducks isn't going to matter. None of that's going to matter. Rob is a great wrestler. He's going to be another great wrestler that lost to Tim Bosby. That's what's going to happen on January 24th.
Landon does want to know why you guys are reenacting Heyman versus Heyman Lesnar and the That's a valid question.
Fake last name. It's Hales, not Hale, for the record. It's beneath me to even address anybody who can't even put an S where it belongs in his own name. But it's not, I'm not trying to reenact anything. There's no reenactment here. I sat on the commentary booth for 6 years. You guys know very well what I've had to do with TWE. For those people who don't know, I had a
We
similar
don't know
role at
'cause
Southern.
well, apparently we're fake fans, so we don't know. So
Well, no, I had a similar role at Southern Underground Pro. I had a similar role at Scenic City Invitational. Frankly, I've had a similar role at Action Wrestling as I just outlined. Okay? I don't need to reenact anything Paul Heyman did or anything like that. I got a lot of respect for the greats. I got a lot of respect for Paul Heyman. I got a lot of respect for Bobby the Brain Heenan. I got a lot of respect for people of that ilk. All right? But I'm not out here trying to cosplay. That's not what I'm doing. I'm out here just trying to tell the truth. And if Landon Hale can't mentally or emotionally deal with that, that's not my problem, Landon. Landon, everybody knows Landon as this nice guy in wrestling. The reason he didn't win the SCI is because he's a nice guy. That's why. He didn't have the killer instinct. That's just a fact. It's the same problem Bobby Flacco has. It's the same problem Rob Killjoy has. They don't have the killer instinct. So if you want to say you're just pretending to be Paul Heyman, I don't care. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. Develop killer instinct. Actually win the big matches you're in instead of losing to Mustafa Ali, losing in the SCI finals, losing to Paul London. Instead of all these losses that he's collected like some great badge of honor because he's had, quote, great matches, that's fine. They are great matches. They're very exciting to watch. I've had a wonderful time calling the repeated big match losses of Landon Hale. It's been a great joy for me on commentary to get excited about a guy and see him fail repeatedly. So if the modern day Buffalo Bills wants to mouth off in the comment section on the YouTube or whatever while we're having this conversation, that's okay with me. That's okay.
All right. Tim, Dylan's done a lot of the talking for you. I just want to ask you a question now.
No. You can address him, but I want to make clear. I don't have to talk for the champ. But my role in this, my role in this is to tell the hard truths that people don't want to face and to come up with game plans that the champ and I can tackle together. That's what I'm trying to do. If you guys didn't want me to talk, don't invite me. All right? It's that simple. Now you can address your question to the champion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Tim,
you're welcome.
One word to describe what you want this title reign to be.
One word?
One word, one phrase, whatever you want. What is your goal with this champion?
There's a lot of goals. There's a lot of words that could describe it. I would probably say, to dumb it down for the likes of you two, probably just be generational, because that's what this is. This is a generational duo. This is a generational championship. This is a generational champion. Like I said, the youngest Action Wrestling World Champion, the first person to ever win it outside the state of Georgia. I've already done two things that have never been done before. So it's already generational. And now I have the greatest mind. Like I said, my John Kreese, my Steve Kerr, my Bill Belichick, my Tom Brands, the coach. Generational. Nothing more can be said. And like I said, it keeps popping up. This Landon Hale guy, he keeps commenting. I don't like it. Can we take that feature down? Can I not have to see that? I've already went over it. He's a good loser. Like I said, he's just another white guy wearing kick pads that can do all the moves. And that's cool. But he loses. He's not a winner. He's good, but he's not great like me. So
that's true.
It just popped up. Can we please? Is there something that we can do here? I don't.
No, you know what, hey, champ? You know what? Leave it on the screen. I don't care. Let me tell you why. Go ahead, screen cap it. Put it in your little archive. Do whatever. Put it in your little Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Dropbox, whatever the hell you're using.
Now we're just streaming services.
The only streaming service that matters is IWTV. But in any event, you go ahead and you lock that stuff in. You can save it. Because later on, all this talking, all this chirping that's been done, we'll have proof to expose these people for the liars and frauds they are, for the people that can't actually get it done. It's like I said about Bobby. Again, I actually love Bobby. I know it's hard to believe in this moment. I actually love Bobby Flacco. I actually think Bobby is a very, very talented wrestler. But as I said at Bangers Only 5, he ultimately proved to be a loser who could not get it done as a world champion. That is a fact. That is a fact. I understand it's a hard truth. People don't want to hear that. I've got a lot of love for Manders. I've known Manders since he first started. I was one of the very first guys that gave that guy the time of day. Okay? I think he is a deserving world champion in a context where Tim Bosby doesn't exist. But guess what? We live in a context where Tim Bosby does exist. So if Manders wants to come as a champion when he's back from Germany or whatever he's doing overseas, I saw he was asking to be booked in Slovakia, but that's neither here nor there. When he's back, he can come to Tyrone or the TWE Arena or anywhere, and he can get a shot. And I'll tell you what, I think Manders is good enough, Tim. I'm not trying to disrespect you, champ. I think he could probably go a whole 3 or 4 minutes, honestly. But he's not going to win. Because between the talent, the brawn, the technical acumen, the strength of the champion, and my brain, there's no hope. He's got no hope. That's just reality. And another thing I want to say real quick before we go any farther. We've talked about action, of course. January 24th, of course, the champ makes that defense there against Rob Killjoy at the Bus Barn in Fayetteville, Georgia. Let me tell you, I've already got Tim locked in for January 11th and January 25th at the TWE Arena. So we'll break some news here on the podcast. The champ's going to be there for both the January dates in TWE. Now, obviously, my relationship at TWE is complicated. That's complicated the situation. I'm the official matchmaker there. I'm part of the business there. We're going to address that going forward. I'll have some words about how this is going to work on January 11th, and everything has changed. I'm not going to break that. You only get 1 exclusive. You don't get 2. All right? But
Facebook status would be easier, but whatever.
Right, whatever. It's not going to be just action wrestling. It's not just going to be TWE. We're going to go anywhere we want to go. So if you're a promoter anywhere, I'm not asking for permission. If we feel like showing up, we're just going to show up. And you saw how we showed up at Bangers Only. So let your whole roster know in advance. Let your whole roster know in advance that we've got an elite top-tier athlete with the best mind in the business that could show up at any moment, and your whole locker room better be ready. Everybody be ready to step up and elevate and hit that next level. If you can hit the next level, I'll give you the credit myself. I will. But I really, really don't think there is any combination anywhere in wrestling that is ready for what we can do together.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, this isn't just a Georgia thing or a Tennessee thing. This is an everywhere thing. This is, I want to take this duo, this championship. I want to go to New South in Alabama. I want to go to Naptown All-Pro in Indiana. I want to go to wherever, Beyond, Limitless, whoever, whatever partners with the great IWTV, of course. I want to take this duo and this championship everywhere. And once again, I saw another comment from this guy. It's kind of starting to cause a headache a little bit. And while we're on the same topic, which one of you are controlling the graphics? Who's putting the action graphic up? Can we put that up one more time?
Yeah, I guess so. I can do that.
Yeah. Let's put that.
Yes,
up.
so.
So this is my first time seeing this graphic.
Why is Moses in the front? Is that what you're going to say, champ?
Yeah. Who do we need to talk to? Because who are those two guys on the left?
Now listen. Now look. I full disclosure here. All right. I love Big Dave, who's on that graphic. I got a lot of respect for Dave. I got a close relationship with Dave. I will note that I picked the winner I'm with, but I got a lot of love for Big Dave. I got a lot of respect for Moses. I got a lot of respect for Rob. But when you've got a new world champion who beat up the entire roster, beat a former independent wrestling world champion to win the title by submission, and beat the number 1 contender in 40 seconds on the previous show, it is an absolute disgrace. And frankly, absurd that Matt Griffin, or whatever liquored up graphic artist he employed, decided to put somebody else at the center of the graphic. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. That's a slight. And I'm going to tell you who that's bad news for. That's not bad news for us. That's bad news for Rob Killjoy, champ. That's really bad news for him. Because that level of disrespect is just throwing coal on the fire. That's all it's doing. My mindset now is 10 times more locked in than it was before. Those sort of slights are not going to be tolerated. Just like the slight on the broadcast, I'm telling the truth. Jose Torres, man, another guy I got a lot of love for, the action production guy. I've known him for years. You guys can't hear me as I'm speaking the truth at home on IWTV because of an echo in the building. I'm supposed to believe that's an accident. I don't believe in accidents like that. We're not going to be suppressed or shut up. If people are trying to bowl us over, we're going to break through just like we did at Bangers Only, and we're going to do it anywhere we want to.
That's good to know because, Chris, I think you and I have got some calls to make. It sounds like the world champion wants some competition. I think that we might be the guys to give it to him. So, Tim, it sounds like you didn't really want to be here anyway. So as we wrap up this interview, thank you for your time once again, by the way. Final word is yours to Rob Killjoy. We've heard enough of Dylan.
You know, Dylan, you told me about these guys, but I didn't know they were like dumb. We've already talked about Rob, 4 or 5 times now? I don't
Too
have
much.
no words. I beat him.
You're promoting a world title match. That's why you're here.
Twice. I tossed him around twice. Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. I've thrown him around twice in one night. I don't have any words. I don't really like Dylan. We need to figure out who we need to talk to about that graphic. I don't really like that graphic at all. So we need to figure out about that. I don't
Take that down. Take that down right now. We're not going to have that on the screen. We're not going to have that on the screen.
We're promoting the show.
You let us promote the show. That's why we're here.
Promoting the show you don't watch that you proved earlier, asking questions. If you would have watched
38 seconds. 38 seconds for Bobby. Okay, 38 seconds.
Was that in the ring or outside the ring? Was that combined both?
Oh, well, if you count outside of the ring, it was the most savage beating in modern history, so I don't think we even really want to count that.
After the bell. Is that what happened?
After the bell. Okay. You know how wrestling works? Look, I've always had respect for you guys, believe it or not, but I'm actually shocked by this. Before the bell, it's after the bell. That's how wrestling works.
Thank you.
What are you talking about? Do you know how wrestling works?
I guess I didn't. I thought we were
apparently not.
Both get into the ring before the match started, but you're right.
This has been
you're right.
This has been an experience. This is definitely not what we had in mind the last time I told Tim to come back.
Okay, listen, it's Festivus. It's the airing of grievances. Christmas Eve's tomorrow. Christmas is the day after. We did you guys a favor by taking the time out of our holiday schedule to be here with you guys. And one of the reasons I did is because before tonight, I actually had some respect for you two. After tonight, I'm not so sure that I should. I'm going to have to reevaluate that, to be honest. But you can thank us now. Go ahead, thank the champ.
Thanks, champ.
And you can thank me for making every star you ever gave a damn about. And I'm hanging up. I'm getting out of here. I don't have to deal with this anymore.
Fine. That's
Merry Christmas.
Nice to see you too, Dylan. Pleasure as always. Well, Tim, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Good luck, I guess. You pissed off half the locker room, so it sounds like you're going to need it.
Yep. We'll break a leg.
Well, like I said, the 6 names I addressed earlier, Chumps, Geeks, the Akira guy, Manders, Priest, Cruel, whoever else I said, Landon Hale keeps commenting, just please shut up, go be the doctor thing of whatever you do. I'm the best. I am second to none. This is going to be a generational run. This is going to be like, who's the one guy everybody talks about? Bruno Sammartino, something like that. That's going to be like his reign. It's going to be like a Ric Flair title reign. But you know what reign it's really going to be like? It's going to be like my hero, the icon, the king of kings, Triple H. This is going to be a reign like Triple H. Some might even call it a reign of terror. Folks, this has not been nice. How do I get out of here? How do I make me leave? Make me leave. Get me out of here. You guys suck. Let's go.
Pleasure as always, Tim.
See ya. Well, that was fun.
What the fuck was that?
We just try to be nice. This is what happens.
It's all right. It's all right. He knows that we enjoy paying for a big match.
Watch your back. That's all
I don't know.
say.
I don't know what we do at this. Yeah. All right.
Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy
Yeah.
holidays, whatever you celebrate. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Please, please, please go subscribe. We're 4 away. We are 4 away from our goal of 400 by the end of the year. Please subscribe. Let's get us there so we can have more fun-ish conversations like this and continue to, maybe promote some big matches in the future. But it all starts with you guys supporting us. Please, please, please. And then, have a great holiday season.
And Dylan can talk all the shit that he wants, but our banner's still hanging in that arena, so you're welcome. Yes, thank you to everybody that supports us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, it takes just a couple of quick seconds. Head over there, hit that subscribe button. If everybody watches right now, we'd be on our way to 500 by the end of the year. So thank you guys so much for your support. We will be back this Thursday with Bryce Cannon. We're going to talk some Coastal Empire Wrestling, but that is going to. He will be a lot nicer. That's going to do it for us for the podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. Happy holidays to all of you guys. We will see you on Thursday.